Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the University of Manchester this afternoon and to the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall for this graduation ceremony. It's the last of a long day, but it's no less important for that. I'd particularly like to welcome our graduands whose achievements and hard work we're here to celebrate today, but also to welcome their families and friends, many of whom have come long distances to be with us. We do welcome you to the university most warmly and thank you for the help, support and encouragement that you've given to these, our new graduates, during their studies. At most graduation ceremonies, we're dealing largely with students who have come the traditional route to university straight from school or very soon after, but I appreciate that in this degree ceremony, a very large number of our students will be mature students who've taken a degree after many years in the workplace or sometimes combining that degree with continuing in full-time work. And I do not underestimate the toughness of that route, so many congratulations. We hope today will go down as a particular landmark day in your lives, but it's been a pretty landmark year for the University of Manchester, and I think I'll pick out just two elements of the many exciting things that have happened this year. The first is to remind you that a team from the University of Manchester actually won University Challenge for 2006. The Manchester team beat Trinity Hall, Cambridge, and it was one of the closest finals ever in this competition, with a win by 160 points to 150. And it's the first time the University of Manchester has been successful in University Challenge since the programme first appeared more than 40 years ago. Although the programme was shown in the late spring, it was actually recorded a very long while ago in October 2005. That would have been easy, except a very senior person in the media leaked the result to me just a few days later, so I had to walk around for several months looking as though I didn't know anything. Some of my colleagues have said that that's my usual method. The other highlight I would pick out from the year is that the university has received almost 62,000 applications for undergraduate courses starting next September. That figure is almost the same as the previous year in home and overseas applications, and it shows that Manchester remains the country's favoured top destination for would-be students, and that's a remarkable achievement 2 years in a row. My colleagues here on the platform will be aware that, as well as looking forward, I do like to look into history, and we have to remember that the School of Nursing, it's about 50 years since nursing studies began, originally within a department in the medical school led by Professor Fraser Brockington, and this was one of the first nursing degrees from a UK university, and the school has maintained the tradition of being right at the forefront of nursing studies in university ever since. As a graduate from this university, you're joining a very distinguished group of alumni, and certainly degrees in these subjects are highly valued by our colleagues both across the country and indeed worldwide, and so your achievement in completing a degree is very helpful, I'm sure, to your future. The achievement shouldn't be underestimated, and you and your families will, I'm sure, feel very proud of your accomplishment. The university is also pleased because, as you're aware, you'll have read of industrial action that was reported in the national media, but this university did not cancel any examinations and maintained the scholarly integrity of the examination process, and thus the value of a degree from the University of Manchester. When I have the opportunity to talk to students who are coming to the university for the first time, I do tend to say that a university isn't buildings and equipment and money and things like that. It's actually a community of people, a community of staff and students studying together. And you are part of that community, and you remain part of that community in the future. You've spent time in your studies and have enriched the university in that way, but this is only a milestone and the start of a further journey. Indeed, you are joining a network of more than 200,000 alumni, the university's global community, and through the Alumni Association you can continue your relationship with the university, keep up not only with your current friends but make new ones, and interact and network with alumni at both a personal and professional level. So we do hope you'll take advantage of this and make sure that you have your current email address so that you can receive the new global online alumni network, which is not very originally called Your Manchester Online. As a member of the alumni, you also receive a free annual magazine, and you'll be invited to social evenings, reunions, networking events, and so on. And should you be working abroad, the Alumni Association is also active overseas with branches in many countries. So I hope this isn't your last contact with the university. Keep the alumni office regularly updated with your address. And this is your university, and its doors are open to you and always will remain open to you. On a personal note, this and the degree ceremony tomorrow afternoon are the last two that I'll be conducting as Dean of the Faculty of Medical and Human Sciences. I'm moving sideways within the university to another position. But I would like to say now, and I will say again tomorrow, how much during that 7 years I've valued my association with the School of Nursing. Before I moved to Manchester, I spent a great deal of time talking to Professor Luker about how we could do more in nursing, and I hope we've done a little bit more. And I think this university is the epitome of the way in which the two key healthcare professions, medicine and nursing, actually can work together when they try to mutual benefit. So, on behalf of the university, I do congratulate all of you graduating here today on your academic achievement and wish you every success in your future careers. Thank you.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Science in Manual Therapy, Julie Longson.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Science, Master of Philosophy, Deborah Cox.
Congratulations. Very well done. I'm very pleased.
And for the degree of Master of Arts, Michael Kirk.
Congratulations. Well done.
Edward Lander. Yasin Yacoub.
Very well done. I'm very pleased.
Anne-Marie Keeley.
Very well done. I'm very pleased.
And for the degree of Master of Science, Gillian Ann Griffiths.
Very many congratulations. Well done.
Ivion Wynne Ingram.
Congratulations. Well done.
Neil Withnell.
Many congratulations. Well done.
Julie Dale.
Very well done.
Okay. Sarah Julia Rutherford.
Many congratulations. Well done. I'm very pleased.
Elizabeth Ann Marland.
Many congratulations. Very well done.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Jane Elizabeth Adshead.
Many congratulations. Very well done.
Catherine Marie Barber.
I'm very pleased.
Susan Mason Cave.
Well done. Congratulations.
Dawn Quigley.
Many congratulations. Very well done.
Jane Louise O'Brien.
Very well done. Very pleased.
Dawn Leslie McCarter.
Well done. Very pleased.
Christine Ann Dale.
Congratulations, well done.
Julia Perkins.
Very well done.
Sarah Louise Sykes.
Many congratulations, I'm very pleased.
Lindsay Dawn Ashton.
Very well done, I'm very pleased.
Jane Elizabeth Beastie.
Many congratulations, well done.
Erin Booth.
I'm delighted, well done.
Susan Jean Catania.
Well done, I'm very pleased.
Petronella Shintu.
Well done, I'm delighted.
Claire Chittenden.
Very well done.
Jane Collins.
Many congratulations, well done.
Denise Ann Crooks.
Well done, very pleased.
Frances Helen Edwards.
Well done, I'm delighted.
Tracy Ann Gardner.
Well done, I'm delighted.
Kay Hilary Gwilt.
Very well done, I'm very pleased.
Vivian Mary Hallows.
Very well done. Many congratulations.
Eileen Hardingham.
Well done, I'm pleased.
Karen Louise Heggs.
Well done, well done.
Anita Joanne Hayworth.
Very well done, many congratulations.
Alison Margaret Richards.
Well done, many congratulations.
Karen Robb.
Very many congratulations.
Susan Saxon.
Well done, I'm very pleased.
Zoe Thomas.
Well done, I'm pleased.
Maria Christina Tung.
Well done, I'm delighted.
Thank you. Deborah Jane West.
Many congratulations. Well done.
Samantha White.
Well done, very pleased.
Johanna Wilkinson.
Many congratulations.
And for the degree, Anne Marie Daniels.
Well done, many congratulations.
Jean Cameron Lowcock.
Well done, many congratulations.
Helen Malaloo.
I'm very pleased. Well done.
Holly Caroline Smith.
Well done.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Michael John Caulfield.
Well done. Congratulations.
Derek Marsden Clayton.
Very congratulations.
Philip Stephen Coombs.
Congratulations. Very pleased.
Catherine Courtney.
Very well done. I'm very pleased.
Barry Fitzgerald.
Many congratulations. Very pleased.
Tracy Garner.
Very well done. I'm delighted.
Caroline Tracy Ingham.
Many congratulations. Very pleased.
Ian Edward Lewis.
Well done for the vote.
Caroline Ann Malidi. Cheryl Ann Morris.
Very many congratulations.
Timothy Paul Nichols.
Congratulations. Well done.
Jane Elizabeth Rowland.
Well done.
And for the degree, Eileen Best.
Congratulations.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Midwifery with Honours, Lindsay Taylor.
We've got friends out there.
Kathy Sheridan.
Many congratulations. Well done.
Rachel Alexander.
Many congratulations. Well done. Today we've celebrated the award of your degrees. Many congratulations. On behalf of the University of Manchester, I extend to each of you our very best wishes for the future. I now declare this ceremony closed.